Hello, Kyle here. I am going to review the sixth episode of She-Hulk, I believe. I watched it a couple days ago, and I gotta say, I really did enjoy this episode. I thought that the whole bridesmaid wedding aspect of it was pretty funny. It was more what I wanted from this show. I like seeing more of She-Hulk in her everyday life. Um, the last number of episodes I have not been that big of a fan of. In fact, um, I was going to do a review for last week's episode, episode 5, but I decided not to release it because really my review, I was just so unenthusiastic about it. I did not really at all feel eager to talk about the episode because I really did not like last week's episode of She-Hulk. I also did not care for the episode before last week's, which was the one with Madison. With the whole internet is loving this character. I thought she was the most annoying thing I've seen in the MCU. But I think that this episode I did really, really love because we got to see more of Jennifer, living her everyday life as She-Hulk. We got to see more of Titania kind of going against Jennifer. To me, it felt more like there was more of a focus in this episode of where they're going with the show. We got a little bit of information on the people that are going after Jennifer's blood. And there was also a case that I thought was kind of funny with this guy that was immortal. It reminded me of the episode 3 that had to do with the Asgardian woman that was pretending to be Megan Thee Stallion. Like some of the jokes in this show really don't land for me, but some things I do kind of enjoy watching, like those types of cases. I wasn't a fan of like the magician in episode 4. I was not a fan of um whatever was in episode 5 because it was so forgettable. I completely forgot about it. But I thought this was a good episode. I didn't think it was really, a great episode. I still think that episode 1 might be my favorite episode of this season. But yeah, like I think this episode it's showing that this show has, the potential to get better and improve. But I will say right now it is my least favorite of the MCU Disney Plus shows because it just to me does not feel like the jokes land, and it doesn't feel to me like the show shall I say has a really captivating story. This episode is getting there, but it still has, I think, a long way to go to get to the heights of like a WandaVision or the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this show doesn't need to be like that. It, at its core, is a sitcom, and it can just be like a fun in the morning type of turn on the TV, watch this show for 30 minutes. But I do kind of wish that if they do make a season 2 of this series, that they get some more writers in the writer's room that know a bit more about writing funny jokes, because some of the jokes in this show just don't land at all. And that is the one, I think, disappointment with the series, is that it's not exactly that funny. That's why I think one of the things I liked about this episode was we got more of, I would say, even a serious look at Jennifer Walters in this episode. But I mean, I did like the moment when she's dancing in the episode and having fun. This episode felt to me that it was like a fun episode, where some of the other episodes have tried to be fun, but they really aren't, like the Magician episode. This episode also had some action in it, and I think that's also something that has been missing from She-Hulk. It's She-Hulk, you know, she can fight, and I would like to see her fighting more. Maybe it's because of the visual effects and how long it will take, but I really want to see more action in these shows. And this is the type of show where sometimes there isn't even a, action sequence in one episode, and that it's not a deal breaker. Like, you don't need to have action, but at the same time, the episodes are so short, it sometimes feels like nothing happens. So, yeah, I this review will be basically saying like episode 5 and 6 review, because I didn't put out an episode 5 review, but really it's more so an episode 6 review. I just did not feel like reviewing episode 5 because it just was not good. So I'm looking forward to next week. I know a lot of people online have been saying, where's Daredevil? Where's Daredevil? He's probably coming next week. And if he doesn't show up, then he'll be there the week after. It's just not that type of show where I think that people should be, looking for the Daredevil cameo when it is She-Hulk's show. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like She-Hulk below, and have a great day. Bye, guys.